Okay, next item to look at are brakes. Well, brakes are most important, right? Because you need to stop when you have high speed. Okay, there are 5 different types of brakes on bikes. The first one ever done is the caliper brake. You all remember those from the racing bikes. And then the next version actually is on this bike. It's called cantilever. That's when the first mountain bikes came around. And then we have the Vbrake that we're going to show you later. And there are now disc brakes as well, right? You have the disc brake with wire, and you have the hydraulic disc brake. So there are 5 different types. They have something all in common, is that they have a small adjustment here at the handle, right? Except the hydraulic, of course. You can always tension the brakes using something at the handlebar. And yeah, you need to inspect that, because if you don't have good brakes on a bike, there will be not a safe bike, right? And that's what the customers expect, to have a safe bike. And you need to look at the wear of the brake pads, so they are not completely finished. So they should have some good rubber still to be used. And while you're at it, you need to check the wheels as well, so the wheels are not too worn as well, because that could also cause problems, of course. So check the brake pads very carefully, make sure they work okay and that they are centered properly. Okay, now to adjust V-brakes. These are very common on old hybrid bikes and so on. So you're most likely to service one of these brakes. Okay, and the way to do that is to check if they work, if they are centralized, if they are centered over the rim. In this case, you can see it's not. So we need to then screw. There is an adjustment screw on each one. And my mnemonic is that if you screw it in, it will come out. Okay, screw in, come out. So in this case, I need to get the left side to come out a little bit. So I screw this adjustment screw in a few turns. Ah, look at that, beautiful, and no touch. Well, there we go. And the tension is okay. And if you need to adjust the tension, you have this adjustable screw here to improve the tension, so you get it even better. Okay. So then we have disc brakes, okay? And the most likely disc brake you have is the hydraulic one. And you know, hydraulic ones, they have calipers, and you have the cylinder, and it goes like that when you pressure with oil. So you have it on both sides. If you have a wire one, you have one fixed side and one that moves, okay? So that's a different principle. But let's see how you can adjust. If you have a tire like, oh, catastrophe, it doesn't roll, right? So how do you adjust hydraulic disc brakes to become okay? Let's see here. Well, what you do is to release the caliper on both sides. And the theory is that we brake and then we fix the caliper, and once it's fixed, we then release the brake. So we put pressure on there, and we screw it in. Here we go. Right. And then we release here. Okay, so once you adjusted this, release the brake, and now it works fine.